Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video I have literally just gotten home from work and this was on my doorstep. What could it possibly be? It's a mystery bundle from Sample Beauty. Now I was just casually browsing on the Beauty Bay website yesterday and I saw that they have a mystery bundle for Sample Beauty. Now I have already tried 2 products from Sample Beauty and I have a third that I haven't yet dared to use because it is a bright yellow liquid eyeshadow, but the 2 palettes that I've got them up here. I have the Plush palette and the Blooming Lovely palette. I am fully obsessed. I am on board with the brand. Cannot get enough of those 2 palettes. And in this bundle, it said on the listing that you would get 2 palettes. Now, there is every chance that in this bundle are the 2 palettes that I already own, but quite frankly, that is a risk that I'm willing to take because I absolutely love the brand. I love it so much. So, like I say, I've literally just gone home. I've taken off the makeup that I've had on all day and I've put on foundation, concealer and brows because I don't know what's in here. So I'm going to finish off the rest of my face to go downstairs and make myself some pasta with whatever is in this bundle. So, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what's in the mystery bundle, sign off now because I will be opening this, showing you what's inside, etc. Okay, I think at least one of the palettes is one that I don't have. So already this bundle is good for me. I'll start with the smaller items and work my way up to these 2 big palettes. I'm very excited. So, there is a liquid eyeshadow, and this is in... what shade is this in? Oh, it doesn't say on the outside. Right, let's just open her up. Like I say, I've got the yellow one. I was eyeing up the green. Before I get into this, I was eyeing up the green as well. How incredible is that colour? Oh my goodness. Orange. So this is called Capacity. Oh my goodness, how beautiful is that? That's like a corally orange. That is incredible. Ooh, what? Glitz Glue, this says, super strong. Glitz Glue is a long-lasting waterproof glue that may be used to apply pigments, false lashes, glitter and beyond. The white formula dries clear, aiding application and precision. Lash glue, but also glitter glue. But it dries clear? That is such an interesting formula. The wand is different on that than what the liquid eyeshadows is as well. Ooh, that has got a very strong gluey smell. Okay, interesting. Then I can see quite a few of these little individual eyeshadows. I think there's 4. Now the only thing is I don't actually have a palette to put these in. Look at that green. Oh my goodness. So we've got 4. Unless there's some more hiding at the bottom. There's another one. I think there's 5. Okay, so there's a red. And that one is called Cardinal. Then we have a shimmery gold, and this one is called Bulb. So is this bulb the same bulb that's in the Blooming Lovely palette? Because I think it might be. I will get the Blooming Lovely palette out and see if it is the same. Then we have Golly Gosh, and I can already tell you, I know this shade. I know this one like the back of my hand. That is the same Golly Gosh that is in the Plush palette. I absolutely love it though, so very happy to have another one. Then there is a bright green, and this one is called Romaine. I don't think I recognise that name, but I love me a green, and that's a matte. Very happy with that one. And then we have Buffalo, which is just a mid-tone sort of warm brown. And again, I don't think I recognise that name. Can't remember. So then there is a pump bottle. This is Infinity in One Beauty Gel. It says the Sample Beauty Infinity in One Beauty Gel is an innovative product that can be used in an infinite number of ways. The uses include face primer as a clear eyeshadow base, mixing liquid for pigments to convert loose powders into eyeliners. How exciting does that sound? Clear eyebrow gel, apply under your eyes before your base products for a tightening effect. Apply the product onto your skin before highlighter to make the highlight pop even more. How will you use it? Well, how am I going to use you? That sounds intriguing. Obviously I'm most interested in the apply under your eyes before your base products for a tightening effect. Interested and also terrified. Obviously I can't do that today because I already have my base products on, but that is a very interesting sounding product. So then there's 2 more boxes, so 2 more liquid eyeshadows, I think. Very exciting. The green one that I was looking at. So this is in the shade Oomph. The only thing is with these, they almost look like they're like cracked. The orange one wasn't like that, but the yellow one that I bought myself was like that. And I don't really know why, because the product is not dry inside, but I'm very excited by the green. Oh! And then the last liquid eyeshadow, that's like purpley bluey indigo, so that is the shade Vigor, and that is what that one looks like. So I am thinking, I have seen online different like Pride looks, because obviously it's Pride month. I have seen different looks with these, not necessarily these ones, but similar sort of products, where people are like dipping a tissue or like a scrumpled up piece of paper into like a liquid pigment like this and like stamping to create different like abstract shapes across the eyes. I might do something like that with these, because I think that would be a really unique way of using them. Obviously not like a very wearable, everyday sort of a look, but those colours are absolutely incredible. I am thrilled. Honestly, I can't remember how much this bundle was, but already just in those 3 liquid eyeshadows, obviously I'd already bought the yellow one, but in these 3 liquid eyeshadows, I've probably made like most of my money back. Was it like £25–30 for the bundle? I'm thrilled. But obviously the stars of the show are the eyeshadow palettes. Let's see which 2 we've got here. So we've got another of the plush palette, which is completely fine with me because I do want to start collecting things up so that when I get to 1,000 followers I can do a giveaway, and we already know how much I love the plush palette, so I'm thrilled to have one to go into a giveaway. And then the other palette that we've got here is the Equalizer Volume 1, and I can't remember off the top of my head what this one looks like. I will have 100% looked at it on the Beauty Bay website, 100%, but let's have a look. I'm so excited, I like don't even know where to put anything on my table. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Obviously, like, Sample Beauty is like known for their bright colours, but this is me in a palette, is it not? So that is what those colours look like. Again, they're so bright, they're so intense, and there's like mattes and shimmers. And then there's a few that almost look like that formula that's in the Colourpop eyeshadows, where it's like a matte colour but it's got little bits of like glitter in it, so it's not a shimmer because it is like a matte base, and I love those in my Colourpop palettes, so I'm very excited to get into this. I think I'm going to save this and do a whole review just on this palette, because honestly, like, you could take quads from so many of these and do like an eye look just from, you know, gosh, it's so pretty. Eve, that's like a bronzy, beautiful, like almost plummy colour. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I need to stop staring at it, but I also don't want to put it away. So that is everything, and I think I'm going to use those liquid eyeshadows because I have also been meaning to use that yellow liquid eyeshadow that I've had for the longest time. I've also been meaning to use that for so long. So I am going to do that look that I said, I think, where I'm going to like scrunch up a piece of paper. I'm like figuring it out in my head how I'm going to do this whilst I talk. Scrunch up a piece of paper and like stamp it on to create something. I wasn't sure if there was going to be like bronzer and blush and stuff, so I will just finish up the rest of my base first. So like I say, I already have my foundation, concealer and brows on. The foundation is this one, the Relove Super Serum. The concealer was the Essence Sensitive, and the brows were the collection Incredibrow that literally has like no more uses left in it now. It's completely done. And I'm like talking and looking for my bronzer brush at the same time, going in with the 17 Glow and Define bronzer. This is just in the lightest shade, and if you can see like pink on my eyelids, that will be because yesterday I filmed a look with this palette here, the new Beauty Bay liner palette, and the pink has stained my lids a little bit. It's also stained the back of my hand. I don't mind because like it really did stay very well, but it has stained my eyelids. Not that that will matter for today's look because no doubt these colours will also stain. Ultimately, for me, personally, it doesn't really matter because chances are tomorrow I'm also gonna have some bright eyeshadow on anyway, so it doesn't bother me too much, but just worth noting if you were wondering. And then for blush, I will just go over with a little bit of the Beauty Bay powder blush in the shade Coral, and I'll just tap a little bit of that on. Chances are I will probably want more blush at the end once I've got all of these like colours and stuff on my eyes, but let's just add a little bit to start with. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the paper that the mystery bundle came in. Because I'm recycling, I'm going to use this to like scrunch up and do it like that, if that makes sense. So I've got 4 sort of semi-equal pieces of paper, and I'm just going to scrunch them up because you want like the texture, from what I've seen anyway, you want like the different like edges to like catch the colour, and then when you stamp it on it creates like the different shapes. This is not going to be neat, it's not going to be symmetrical, it's going to be like abstract. And then I also have a new liquid eyeliner that I want to try out, and I figure we may as well try it out at the same time. This is the Beauty Bay liquid eyeliner, just in the black shade, felt tip liquid eyeliner. Says that it will stay put for 24 hours. Obviously I can't test that today because it's already like 7 o'clock in the evening, but I'll let you know down below. So I'm going to start with the yellow because I'm certain I want the yellow like on the inner corner, and I'm just going to apply quite a bit of it. Obviously if I had a palette I would use a palette, I don't, so I'm just going to apply it onto like the paddy bit of my thumb. The colour is so intense. It's almost like a moussey texture, it's like a thick texture. It's really like unique. I've not seen a liquid eyeshadow like this before. I'm going to take the like most scrunched up side of the little ball of paper and dip it into that so you get that sort of pattern, and then without overthinking it, because that is what I want to do, like at this point I'm like I want to like angle it so that it's neatest, but I think we just need to completely disregard neatness here. Oh well, that didn't show up anywhere near as much as I thought it was going to. Try again. I'm wondering if I need something a little bit softer. This is quite stabby. I'm wondering if I need something softer. Looking around me like, what can I use? I suppose I could try the bubble wrap. We're here, we might as well. So, a little bit of bubble wrap. I'm going to paint some more of this onto my hand because that has like dried down a little bit on my hand now. Put a little bit more on there and then scrunch up the end. Yes, I think that this will be much better. Oh yes. See, that was the sort of thing. Like, it's bright, but it's completely abstract. There's no way of like knowing how it's gonna look. That colour though is incredible. I don't even know if you can see how incredible that colour is. I absolutely love it. I'm on such a yellow moment at the minute, and I've spoken about it quite a bit, where I'm just obsessed with yellow. Right, I'm just going to get another one. Firstly, I need to, my mind is all over the place. I'm going to go on to the green next. I think I'm just going to do yellow, green, and then a little bit of blue on the outer corner because I'm worried that the orange is going to stain. Look at that colour. Oh my goodness. I love green, and that is vibrant. This one feels so much more liquidy than the yellow. Like, even when I very first got the yellow one, I felt like it was drier, but this one feels much more liquidy. I don't know if you can necessarily tell, just take my word for it. So I'm scrunching up another piece of bubble wrap. I'm going to dip into this as well. That colour is absolutely incredible. Oh, you're almost getting the, like, you can see the bubbles. That's so funky. Oh my gosh, I love it. I don't necessarily want it under my eyes, so I will clean that up. But how incredible are those colours? This is like pride in an eye look. And then lastly, I'm going to go in with the blue, and I feel like I only want a little bit of blue. I don't want it to like overtake all of this, and this colour is considerably darker, so I don't want it to end up being too dark. So I'll just put a little bit on my hand there and use a slightly smaller amount of bubble wrap. And again, this one feels different from the yellow one. This one does feel slightly wetter, so I wonder if I just got a slightly drier sort of formula with the yellow one. I'm going to take this like right up here because honestly, why not? And I already love how that looks. The only thing is, I do feel like I need to redraw on my eyebrows. Like, what was the point of me even doing them first? I'm just going to take a clean bit of bubble wrap and try and like move some of this blue around a little bit, because I feel like that's looking quite, like there was a big area. I want it to look a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more smudgy. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to use the Beauty Bay liquid eyeliner. I need a mirror, and I'm going to just do a very standard wing, and I'll see how this liquid eyeliner goes on over the top of all of this. I'm also just going to try and like draw over my brows a little bit more. Like I say, this is the collection Incredibrow. I have no product left in this, but I figure if I'm going to like ruin it anyway by drawing over the top of all of this, then I really may as well use one that has no life left in it anyway. There we go. I feel like for me, I just needed a little bit more brow. So I'm going to do mascara, and I know which mascara I want. For a look like this, it's got to be the e.l.f. Big Mood. I need big lashes, and I don't want to have to put fake lashes on today because, like I say, I'm just going downstairs to eat my body weight in garlic bread and pasta. So it's a bit much, isn't it, just for garlic bread, but I do love garlic bread. So I have finished off the look obviously with that mascara and a nude lip gloss. I also took off the woolly jumper because I feel like it wasn't necessarily vibing with the eyes that we've got going on. And I'm just going to go into the Blooming Lovely palette, which I already know and love, and I'm going to go into Occasion, which is the most incredible like shimmery, glittery inner corner. And I'm gonna just tap this over like the inner corner and like across the lid a little bit, because I feel like, is it even me if I don't put glitter on it somewhere, honestly? A little something like that. Oh my gosh, I'm thrilled. Can you tell? Honestly, it's been so long since I've done like a properly mental, like created look like this, and other than like the little bits of blue that I feel like I want to tidy up on the outer corner, other than that, I feel like this was an incredibly successful look. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you decide to pick up the Sample Beauty mystery bundle. I would say, I know I say this about every single one, but I would say that this is probably the best value one for me and what I like. You know, if you don't like colour, you're probably not going to want to get this mystery bundle. I'm just going to look up how much it was. Okay, so the Sample Beauty mystery bundle was £25. These liquid eyeshadows are £5 each. Normally, so that's already £15. Then I got 5 of those individual eyeshadows that, like I say, I don't know what I'm going to do with because I don't have a palette for them to go into, but I don't even know how much they are. But then I got a whole other palette for £10, and then the plush palette that is extra because I already had one. I am honestly thrilled. So thrilled. I think that this look has turned out incredible. So like I say, let me know what you think. If there's any other looks that you want to see with any of the products that I got today, then please do let me know. I will be doing a full like deep dive swatch try on of the Equalizer palette. That will be coming very soon. If you want to see the reviews for the other Sample Beauty products that I have, I will leave them linked in the description box down below. I have a whole playlist just for mystery bundles, mystery bags, surprise bags, all of that sort of stuff. I love opening them on my channel. I will leave that playlist linked in a little minute, but until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye!